What have we in here? Is this can we heal here? Yahoo! This lodge has seen better days, but relax, make yourself a... Oh, it is! I don't think I ever knew about this as a kiddo. My, oh my, hi. I don't have thick fat like some Pokemon. That's why I'm bundled up in layers of thick clothes. Incidentally, do you know what the ability thick fat does? It halves the damage taken from ice and fire type moves. My, oh my. Whenever somebody says to somebody else, like, you need to lose weight, it's bad for your health. It's like, no, I just take half damage from fire and ice type moves. I'll have you know. Anyway, but yeah, Kraken, you're saying that you prefer playing Skyward Sword with the Wiimote and Nunchuck, not interested in 2 Joy-Cons, or the left stick for swinging. So it also makes it look fat. What, the thick fat ability? It also makes you freaking whatever the heck. What is this? Snowbound Lodge, a warm bed, and little else. A warm bed. But not really much else. So now we know that we can heal her. I always play for keeps. This isn't practice. Way past school. This is totally for realsies. You're challenged by Aegis trainer Garrett. Welp, Mr. Mime. I could see this being a Galarian Mr. Mime in freaking remakes and such. You instantly gain 1,000 pounds for having that ability. Man, definitely wouldn't want to have that ability, I don't think. Yeah, very good to know that we have a place that we can heal and such. Very, very nice. Light screen, okay, that won't affect fly. Luckily. Hail continues to fall. All hail the Mr. Mime. Has anybody seen the freaking meme where somebody took the movie Detective Pikachu's Mr. Mime's face and pasted it over Kirby to like replace Kirby's face with that of like Mr. Mime from the Detective Pikachu movie? It's like one of the most disturbing things. Well, requested that was time out on your last stream because you wanted a reason to put your phone down, by the way. And are you gonna freaking request a timeout here again, or what's going on here? What's that leading up? I guess we'll just stay out with Lynn and such, with Scyther, or Scyther, some people would say. Okay, when it comes to Scizor, it's freaking evolution. I don't remember who it was, but there was somebody that I met once that pronounced it as like Skizor, and I was like, what? Why? But yeah. No, that's a... Wait, what? What is this to? I'm sorry. I'm not following Kraken. I apologize. Well, time to take out Scyther. Get out of here. Get him out of here. You don't have anything to offer me? You get out of here. And then you forget about it. I don't know why I'm turning into a stereotypical Italian mob. Percent chance is basically 0. Of what? I don't understand what you're telling me. I apologize. I don't know what this is to. Dusclops. Sure. I mean, there's a thing that we can heal at just down there if we need to. So like, everything is a-okay. My, oh my. Forget about it. I had to reread that a couple times to understand what I was saying at first. Okay, we're faster. I thought you were gonna redeem the time yourself out. Wait, you have an idea in mind of the percentage chance? Oh, come on. Well, oh, but then we'd be able to take you out because their stats went up and stuff like that. Will-O-Wisp. Ominous Wind should be a special attack though, right? Oh, and there was light screen. No wonder it did freaking not a whole... I completely forgot about light screen, quite frankly. I completely forgot about that. Welp. Yeah, I'm hurt by my burn. Will of the Wisp. Ori and the Will of the... I've never played an Ori game, but one of these days I want to because the freaking soundtracks are incredible. Cool, well. Get out of here with your grabby hands. Be gone. Man, almost a level up. Almost. Good job. That was an excellent battle. Good job. Job done. But yeah, how was my time playing Villager and Smash awful? I made like no headway. Yahoo! Relax, make yourself at home. Make yourself completely home. Okay, you and your Pokemon are healthy, chipper, and good to go. I should hope so. But yeah, was that maybe not in Diamond and Pearl, or maybe I just never noticed it in Diamond and Pearl? Because I don't remember having a thing that let me heal there when it comes to Diamond and Pearl. Oh, we made it to Route 27. Oh? Oh, Harm. Whoa, it's suddenly snowstorming now. Oh, Harm. Are you maybe on your way to Snowpoint City? That's where I'm going too. If I use fly, I can get there instantly, but I'm walking for my training. I have no problem with this. I'm used to the cold because I go barefoot and lightly dressed. Achoo! Yeah, that's how I feel with my nose, like right now. I don't know why it's bothering me so much. Oh, that was nothing. Really, I'm not cold at all. I'll be going now. Please take care. Well? Don't really know what the point that was. But yeah, you've been doing a lot of Terry practice. This goal is nothing compared to the fire that burns in my heart. Terry's one of those characters that I thought about picking up in Smash for a while because one of his alts literally has my hat and he's a long-haired guy with a ponytail. So like, you know, it's something that I very much considered for a while just because he has my hat and he's a long-haired guy. And as one of my streamer friends, Bravey Arcade, Marv, he says that Terry very much looks like me. He's like, yo, Harmonia is just secretly Terry Bogard. I remember there was one time that he came on my stream during one of my Fire Emblem 3 Houses parts. It was the one with Claude's Paralog, the Sleeping Sand legend, where he came in and raided my stream, and he asked me to, I think it was his birthday, and he was saying, like, please, Harmonia, just give me your best, like, Terry Bogard. Are you okay? Busta Wolf! And I freaking did that, and he was like, yes, thank you. Thank you, that is exactly what I needed. In my life. Swift! My, oh my. But yeah, labbing him for a while. Man, if only there wasn't command inputs, I'd be able to get into that character so much better. I very much like to play this long-haired guy who literally has my hat on one of his alts. I don't know why freaking Pokemon Trainer, my actual main, doesn't have like one of this hat as like one of the alts, considering this is Harmonia's hat from Pokemon Black and White. But yeah. Yeah, I know it takes practice to get the inputs down, but you know, also to get them consistently and whatnot. Busta Wolf. Okay, my favorite thing about freaking Terry in Smash Ultimate is the way that he says things with his freaking with his up B, which is rising tackle. The way that he pronounces it is like rising taco, and I like to imagine that he opens up like a taco truck called the Rising Taco, and he's on a mission going around all the games that are connected to Smash, selling tacos at his taco truck. Rising Taco is what I like to imagine, and once you start hearing it as a Rising Taco, you can never unhear it. Like, that's just always what it's going to be from that point onward. Ah, and I still have allergies to freaking, what the heck? There's just a really good character, whatever he's in, he's definitely very solid. Your heart burns as hot as mine, but not as hot as Brock. Sorry, I get carried away sometimes. Wow, this looks like freaking, literally this part of Canada when it gets crazy. Like, nowadays it's spring and it's not that bad, but this literally looks like the way things get. This literally feels like me going to school in like elementary school is what this freaking reminds me of. Rainy days makes me feel blue, but the instant it starts to snow, I'm as happy as can be. Like, our freaking elementary school had this weird rule where you weren't actually allowed to come into the school until school was just about to start. And they would keep you outside. I think that the threshold that they let you in early is if it was like minus 40 degrees Celsius or colder. If it wasn't that, it was either 40 or minus 35 that they would let you in early. But like, if it didn't hit that threshold, then you just had to stay outside, like, until things started. So like, freaking all us little kiddos used to, if it was like minus 30 out, in the middle of a snowstorm, we'd all like huddle in the doorways like a group of freaking penguins because we were all so cold and our school refused to let us in. So that was my elementary school in a nutshell. So there's that. But yeah, you are Brock, see my rocket's name is Jared. What, is this a reference to something, Kraken? Huh, what? But yeah, so my elementary school literally used to let us kiddos freeze half to death without letting us in early. It was either minus 35 or minus 40. That was the threshold where they were like, okay, now it's cold enough that we can warrant letting you in early. But like, if it didn't hit that threshold, you were not getting in early. And like, my goodness, it's like, if there's no risk of you just freezing to death, you can stay outside, essentially. That sounds illegal. I mean, maybe. Hi, kiddo. Poof! You've got a good eye spotting me. I wonder what my elementary school is like nowadays. I do wonder. Pure first-hand thoughts when you heard the man named Brock and Ninja Boy Matthew. Whoa, he has like the freaking smoke ball effect, thingamabob. Isn't that crazy? Look at that hail. All hail the bat. That's intimidating. It's the foe's goal bat's attack. Yada yada. I guess we'll just keep on doing a whole bunch of this. But yeah, so you know, that was fun. I mean, most days in the middle of winter, it would maybe get to around like, I don't know, mid -20s, something like that. And usually be like, you know, pretty bad, but not like super, super bad. But there were those days in elementary school, like about 2 or 3 times a year, it would get to be like over -30 on, oh, come on some morning. And, you know, those 2 or 3 days a year that we would have to like all be huddled up there and not be let into the school were not so fun. We would get let in early, like maybe once a year. Oh, it would get past the threshold of like -40 or something, I think it was, and we'd be let in early. It was either -35 or -40. It would get past that threshold like maybe once a year. So, you know, there's that. So winters in my elementary school here were certainly something. Brock gets a rock for Joy and Jenny. That's one way to freaking describe that, huh? Hi. I'll show you the techniques I had drummed into me at ski school. I freaking always sucked at skiing. Like, what with freaking growing up in the land of Canada here and such. Sean. What with growing up in the land of Canada here, it was pretty common for like elementary school and junior high school to have field trips in the winter to go like skiing and stuff. I always sucked at skiing. I was not very good at it. I tried snowboarding once and was not a super big fan of it. But yeah, I cannot freaking ski for the life of me. Like, I can, but like, I'm not very good at it, and I'm not gonna take like steep slopes or anything like that, you know? But yeah, one day I'll teach you the ways of the villager. It is not that hard. It is when you're facing a bunch of other people that are trying to get into elite and freaking try hard against your character that you've never played in your entire life. I freaking hate quick play in Smash Ultimate. Like, my goodness, the whole thingamabob where, like, ranking systems in other games usually, you know, aren't that big of a deal. But in Smash Ultimate, it's like collecting characters to get into Elite Smash is like an achievement, trying to see how many characters you can get into Elite Smash, so you feel compelled to do that. But every time you lose a game, it takes away one of your wins, and not only that, but the more often you play with that character, the less and less your rank changes with each win and loss. So if you're like one game away from getting the win that you would need to get into Elite Smash, and you lose instead, then you now need at least like 2 or 3 wins in a row without losing, and who knows, you might now just be irreparably stuck in the ringer of never being able to get into Elite because you just are stuck in this cycle like forevermore. Essentially, like, it's one of these days I might make a video essay on the freaking frustrations of the ranking system that Smash Ultimate's quick play has with people trying to get into Elite Smash. Like, I'm fine with there being a ranking for each character and stuff like that, but when you hype up like some big achievement of reaching this thing for each character, then it becomes very infuriating when you have a system where one loss can mean that you're just like irreparably stuck in the ringer and can never have like a solid chance at like getting back into it again, you know? Like, I think that if it was just like GSP or something like that, it would be fine. And like, I don't really notice that much of a difference between playing opponents on Elite Smash and playing opponents like just before the threshold of Elite Smash anyway. It seems to me like it's roughly the same skill level anyway. So I think that like Smash Ultimate would be so much better off if it did have its individual ranking for each character, but Elite Smash just didn't exist, you know? And it still ranked you with people based on, you know, your ranking and stuff like that. But, you know, there's not like some big achievement for reaching a certain threshold that just, you know, makes it super frustrating when you don't reach that. I think that Smash Ultimate would be so much better off. But yeah, that is your general statement. I'm gonna make a video essay on X. How what? My general statement. Yeah, what? Getting a bunch of experience points and whatnot. So yeah, there's that. I don't believe my techniques were rebuffed. Like, if you have a ranking system to determine, I might go back to the house over here. Like, if you have a ranking system that, you know, puts you up against people similar to your rank, it's like, sure, whatever, do that. It helps matchmaking and yada yada and all that stuff. But if you're gonna say specifically that if you reach like some certain rank, it's like some big achievement that you can collect with like more and more characters, then it's going to be very frustrating when you have a system that makes it very difficult to reach that threshold the more and more you lose with like a character. So like characters that I've played a whole bunch that aren't into Elite will have their GSP change by like almost nothing with like each win and loss, to the point that like the chances of them ever getting into Elite are like slim to none ever, because my nose, my goodness, just because like there's so little difference made with each win and loss that like the game just figures like, yep, that's what your rank should basically stay at now, essentially. But yeah, you hate white long hair anime sword boy? Are you talking about freaking Sephiroth in Smash? I played 2 very different Sephiroth players the other day when I was like practicing Smash stuff. One was a very, very good freaking Sephiroth player that I played against for like an hour straight on Elite Smash with my Pokemon trainer. And like, he freaking beat me each time, but it was very, very close each time. And then the final game, I won. Like, I narrowly won the final one, and then he gave well played, and I went to rematch him. I'm not that kind of person that wins one and then leaves, but he left. So he was the kind of person that was playing until he lost one, and then he lost one. He was like, well played, and he moved on. And it was like, wow, what a guy, you know? Like, what a freaking legend. What a freaking, the freaking Sephiroth that goes out there freaking, I don't know, you know, being the freaking super difficult challenge for people and is like proud of them when they finally overcome that challenge or something. I don't even know, but he was a really good player, and it seems like he knew that the games were freaking really close, and eventually left when I won one and said well played. I was like, oh, that's so nice of him, you know? And that was really cool. And the other Sephiroth I played the other day literally just ran away and spammed side B and neutral B, and it was like, what the hell? So like yesterday when I was playing Smash games, I played against a really, really good Sephiroth player that I would love to play Smash again with one of these days because he was freaking incredible. And another one that just freaking ran away and spammed and stuff, and it was like, what the hell? So, oh my goodness gracious, the snow. But yeah, by the way, you now have 100.5k channel points. You're in the 100k club. Let's celebrate. Nice Hawks. And oh, I just see now Kraken redeem name a Pokemon hauler if you catch a new Pokemon. By the way, do you have some stuff that you'll give away for your stream at some point? Are you planning like some sort of event or something like that? But yeah, I can let you know if I catch a Pokemon for you to name. We could always catch like a Snover or something. But yeah. Hi, kiddo. Now, several clans of ninjas. Are you from the Iga clan or Kook? In Breath of the Wild, the main clan that goes against you is called the Yiga clan, and the master of it is called Master Koga. And this guy's asking, are you from the Iga clan or Kuga? Like a decade before Breath of the Wild came out. Like close to a decade before Breath of the Wild came out, because this game came out in 2009. 2008 in Japan, I think. And Breath of the Wild came out in 2017. What? Those are actual Japanese ninja clan. Okay, so it probably wasn't this referencing what would come in like some future game way down the line. It was probably just them both having the same inspiration in that case. I was so confused for a hot second. But yeah, I wish you luck with that stuff. If it's stuff that you're doing / giving away there, Kraken. Go, Len, freaking get that Scorpy. I know I mentioned in a previous part, but like, I've met people before who pronounce the evolved form as Drapion rather than Drapion, and it throws me off, and it's weird, and I don't know what to think. Lynn flew up high. Use acupressure. Get. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I caught myself before I said something freaking awful there. There was the finger that came down and poked the Scorpy. So after get, I was. Oh come on! I was about to say freaking. I saw the finger coming down, so I was gonna say freaking, you can probably get an idea of what I was gonna say there. I'm glad I caught myself before that freaking happened. What was that even raising your defense? Like if I use fly right now, would that not do that much? I wasn't paying attention to what those. Would that raise? And I still have allergies to freaking this snow and stuff. But yeah, all of our snow has pretty much melted now. We did get some snowfall over the past week, and not over the past week, just over a week ago, you could say, and it just melted immediately though. And now that it's spring and such, I got the tires changed on my car to summer tires, and to do that, I actually enlisted the help of the neighbor's 2 teen kiddos to help show them how to change tires, because it's a good skill to have and such. So about a week ago, I was in the garage and changing the tires on my car and whatnot, and showing how to do various tasks, and to the 2 of them, I would continuously just be like, okay, who wants to do this next part, yada yada, and got to like watch as, you know, I didn't have to do a lot of, well, I guess I still did like most of the stuff, but you know, a lot of it was being able to watch other people change the tires on my car, and it was like, great, you know, great, I don't have to do it all like myself and such. Isn't that fantastic? Oh yeah, I should check the freaking tightness on the lugs on the wheels, because it's been about a week, and you want to check those about a week after changing the tires on the car to make sure that, you know, they're still on there tight and stuff like that before you wind up losing a tire while you're driving from point A to point B. Maybe I'll do that later today if I don't forget. We're not much of a ninja either way. I knew an Ethan once. He was one of those people who like was really into Pokemon but never wanted to like admit it. I saw a couple times in German class him freaking browsing stuff on Cerebi, and I'd mention it to him being like, oh hey cool, I do the same thing, and he'd just be like, yeah sure, and like look away and like, you know, pretend that's not going on at all, like never talk to me or anything like that. Still had that hidden move rock climb. I'd be able to scale sheer cliffs. So are you telling me that rock climb's out here somewhere, that you dropped it or something? Oh, it's literally right out here. Okay, well, sure. But yeah, so that was what happened when it came to changing my car tires and stuff. Ah, great. Just in case we want to make it hail even more and such. Just in case, you know. My goodness, the snow is deep. It is very deep snow. Oh, yoink, whatever the heck this is. A rare Kennedy, apparently, just chilling in the snow. Wait, closet nerds this... I don't even know what that means, Mortis, I'm sorry to say. I'm allergic to you freaking skiing field Mother Nature through the soles of our feet. Yeah, I'm allergic to all that freaking jargon and stuff. Let me tell you. Skier Bjorn. Send out Swinub. He's out here. Why does Swinub dig up the ground for a better tomorrow? I think that's a Pokemon channel thing. I think. I'm fairly certain. Don't quote me on that. But I think that's a Pokemon channel thing. I've never used Pokemon channel before. You're allergic to all Pokemon? I understand that sentiment. I was referring to the guy who liked Pokemon but acted like he didn't know it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people that I knew around that time were like, I don't know. We're not that interested in talking about certain things, I guess. But yeah, like, I basically never got to know this guy, like, at all. He was one of those kinds of people that's like, I'm only gonna talk with like the fellow people who are considered the popular ones, you know, is basically what this one guy was like in my opinion there. But I send in Sneasel. Well, this should, if we use Force Palm, it should be quad effective, so this should be a good opportunity and such. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people that I knew within that general group were a bit difficult for me to talk to a lot of the time, just in general. I mean, I've had this discussion before. I think we had the same discussion before we entered Hearthome City in this playthrough, I'm fairly certain, when it came to stuff about that group in general. Well, look at that. Wabam. Nice. I think, oh, because of Fire Emblem, we have like a semi-soundboard now. I think I have a Michael Roizen noise. We do, but you could only hear like the pop. You couldn't hear the noise. It was too freaking quiet. Oh! Well then. Huh. Okay. Congratulations, your spirit evolved into Lucario. That means I gotta add Lucario to the layout here. So let's see here. Create new, call it Lucario. Unload image when not showing. I gotta go to my platinum sprites and such. What number is Lucario if I look at my poster back here? Where is Lucario on my poster? Where are you? Where are you, Lucario? Oh, there you are. 448 is what number you are. So 448, here we go. So then we put you here. Do that. Turn off Riolu. And then... yeah, something like that. Something like that. My, oh my. Gonna learn Aura Sphere? What? No, it's not an automatically learned thing. Dang it, wrong buttons again. I'm getting mixed up with Fire Emblem and such. Maybe we have to go to the move relearner, but we'll have to get to Snow Point first so that we can, you know, fly up again. And such. That's what we're probably gonna have to do. But yeah. I gotta be a higher level. Okay, well, a person, a rare sight. Thank you for visiting. A gift. We got the spell tag. Gets it in the 30? Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. I guess we'll find out soon enough, though. Will be the thing. I'm using the dowsing machine on my Pokédex, looking for things buried under the snow. I would do that, but like, eh. So that's where you can evolve into Glaceon. At that stone there. It's a pretty tiny stone. Like, both the Moss Stone and the Ice Stone are just like little tiny rocks. Whereas in future generations, I'm pretty certain they're like actual, like, significant, like, boulders and stuff like that. But if it is the name of a Pokemon protagonist, this is true. I've been skiing with Pokemon since I was just 5 years old. Wow. I probably skied for the first time when I was pretty young as well, sometime in elementary school, but like, I never really liked it a whole lot. What was the thing? Welp? Do I know which Gen 2? Is this a pop quiz? Do I win something? What's going on here? Boopity bop, we'll go ahead and close combat you. Go ahead and close combat to you, you silly nerd. Cool. Cool. Love to see it. Lynn's defense fail. Special defense fail. I remember when I used to do a freaking Arcanine spin to skill swap play to like meme with friends back in the day. Where you skill swap contrary onto Arcanine so that all your stat changes are reversed. And then you spam close combat and it raises both defenses instead of lowering them. But yeah. What do I win? Do I win a new car? A Glaceon? A sad feeling? Well, that's not very much of a prize, is it now? Go spat! Go do the thingy-merbob. I love Glaceon. Glaceon's so good. Well, Smackaroo? And we apparently outspeed you. Man. Oh, nice. Come on, Paralysis. Dang it. Well, there's Bite. Not very effective because we're Steel type now as well. Hail continues to fall. Does Hail affect Steel types? I'm fairly certain it does. Yeah. Fairly certain it does. It would just be like Sandstorm that we're immune to and such. Should have a redeem to rename a Pokemon on your party? No way. Weird freaking... Things would be changing all the time and there would be no consistency. And I don't even know where you rename things. This is the thing, Bob. I repeat, how what? And like, if somebody changed the name of something that somebody else had previously named or really liked the name of, you know, it kind of would undermine the, you know, name that they originally gave and stuff like that. And it would just feel kind of bad. Like, oh man, I had this Pokemon name this one thing that I really like, but now it's been changed because somebody decided to change it. Man, that kind of sucks. So, yeah, I don't think so. Black Belt Luke. I knew a Luke once. I've known a lot of these names once. Welp. Krogunk? You wanna get hit with Fly, maybe? In a hot second? Yeah, there's... Just get the battle started already. Welp. Sucker Punch. Okay. I'm freaking allergic to all the stuff. What the heck? Hail continues to fall. I've got sniffles. Lynn is buffeted by the hail. Oh no, suppose Krogunk is buffeted by the hail. Oh my. Oh my gosh. Well, we'll go ahead and do that. You know, Luke wants... Wait. Is this... I assume that's supposed to be like a meme of some sort, but I feel like that might be a bit far if that's something, you know, joking. I feel like that might be a bit, you know, a bit over the line of, you know, what would be a-okay to joke about and such. You know, I feel like that might be a bit far. Yeah, so you're gonna have a team of flying types and such. flying types, fighting types that are weak to flying types. So we'll go ahead and keep on doing the thingamabobs. Is what we do. So this should hopefully one-shot. I hope. I should certainly hope. Come on. Yes! Yes! Cool. Well, first match fainted. Gain a bunch of experience points and whatnot. But yeah. Yeah, definitely shouldn't joke about that kind of thing. Hello, Salty Cat 007. How are you doing today? Are you a very salty cat today, by chance? I guess we'll keep battling here. I might have to heal up, potentially. Is what I might have to do. We can always use one of them DeSmuME milks if we really need to. Reversal, please don't use Protect or something like that. Is what we could always do. Don't mind you. I will mind you, Kraken. You cannot stop me from minding you. You hold no authority over me. I will absolutely mind you. But yeah, you're good. How about me? I'm doing pretty well. Except I'm freaking allergic to freaking... My nose is bothering me because I'm allergic to all the Pokemon for whatever reason. And my oh my, so that's what's going on here. Achoo! Someone else is allergic as well, apparently. Very clearly. Someone else is clearly very allergic too. Dang, I'm getting confused with my freaking buttons for Fire Emblem. All the time. My goodness, just eternally fishing. Keep fishing for the rest of your life? Is this a reference to something, Kraken? Huh, what? But yeah, welcome to the shenanigans here. Salty Cat, right in the middle of us freaking figuring out how the heck we're getting from point A to point B while we do a bunch of stuff and things. Your profile image? Well, I can't see the profile image in freaking Twitch chat. That's not something that shows up there. So it's something that I guess I'd see at some point later, I suppose. Snow Point City just around the corner over here? My goodness, the snow is deep. Lake Acuity. So we're almost there. Almost. Hi. Oh, hellos. Well, what is it? Pokemon battle? What is it? You got the Durgs? You got him? You're challenged by Ace Trainer Olivia. Sent out a Curlia. Well, just villagers fishing in a static position, unable to catch this fish eternally will be your new profile pic. Well, sounds nice. I mean, do we have anything to Let's try Steel Wing. I love how Steel Wing in this game is just like throwing steel feathers. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting it to one-shot, but I'll take it, actually. Hail continues to fall. Okay, cool. All hail our freaking Lord Burb and such. And so I commissioned this profile image. I mean, the profile image that I use on... I guess we'll send in Spirit here. Profile image that I use for most of my stuff is something that someone drew for me, which I think is really neato there. I appreciate the follow there, Salty Cat. Appreciate that. Got the profile image after the emote you did as art set. Oh yeah, a couple of years ago when I was making all my content creator friendos art as gifts as freaking Art Santa. My oh my. That was certainly something. And it was a lot of work, so I don't know if I'm ever doing that in future years because my goodness, it was my goodness. It took a lot of time. I worked on stuff for like 10 or something different people over the course of like a month. My oh my. I got the emote the weekend after got me. Gotcha. Well, but it's then seeking. Are you seeking other fish in the sea? No, go Voltgeist. Go Tactical Refrigerator. Shock that fish. Give it a good shock. I knew an Olivia once as well. I don't know why the freaking seeking face is cracking me up, but it is. He's just like, oh, you're gonna shockwave me? Yeah, I kind of expected that. Well, I guess I'll die now. It was good to see you again, brother. Or something, I don't know. My oh my. People love the emotes too that you've done. Well, that's cool. That's awesome to hear that. Well, phew, you are alive, aren't you? Yeah, I am indeed. Thinking for you to stop. Puns are my thing. But I don't know.